Here we are in what they're calling Bora Bora. It's in Cordova, Cebu, in the Philippines. And this is at the old port, also known as Bantayan Bay, Mini Bantayan. It's just south of the new Aurora port, the place where you would take the ferry going to Bohol. This is the old pier. We're flying towards it right now. You could actually walk from there to the sandbar, or there's a boat that'll take you out for 10 to 20 pesos, depending on who you talk to. Now heading back out, you can see the sandbar is really nice. It's white sand. The huts down on the left are really nice. But at high tide, the sandbar disappears. It's already starting to disappear right now. But this is probably a cool place to go right here. And you can see they have over 60 cottages far out in the screen there that are floating in the water. But look at the middle section here. Right at the end of these cabanas that are in a nice straight line. You see all the blue tarpaulins here? This is like the squatter area of Bora Bora. It's real eyesore compared to the rest of the place. We'll see it in a minute. So here I am in the cottages over here to the left on the screen. Those are the ones we rented. You can get those for about 1.5. That's 1,500 pesos, roughly $29 or $30. And you get that for the day. Probably seats about 8 people or so. Then they have other cottages in the center. I'm going to be walking through them in a second. You'll see them. And they range anywhere from a couple thousand up to 5,000 or more. So let's go over there in a minute and check them out. So you saw what the nice area of Bora Bora looked like. There's a nice sandbar, white sand, really nice cottages. They're nicely built. And these ones at the end, these are actually nicely built too. They're sunken into the sand. And to the left are all the floating cottages. And this is where it starts getting out of control. There used to be 6 floating cottages out there. Now there's 60 of them. And just to kind of take a look, I'm just going to walk through from here all the way back to the sandbar. The cottages where I'm staying at every day. And kind of judge for yourself. So if you let this get out of control, if you want to stay in this middle section here, check it out for yourself and be the judge. So I'm going to do a full walkthrough and I'm going to walk all the way back to the sandbar. If you want to just skip and get back to the sandbar and see some more drone footage, just skip to 7 minutes and 23 seconds. Good horse beer, GSM Mojito, Emperador. Ay, mamaya po, maybe. The floating alcohol boat. hopefully somebody from the city planning in Cordova is going to see this, and they're going to realize that they just slapped these cottages in the center section here together. They're not built well, although these were all just recently built within the last couple of months. Some of them are already falling apart. They're even a danger if you were to actually rent it out. You see the one coming up here, it's already fallen into the water. So if you guys want to make this a nice resort place, a place where people are going to want to come here, they may even fly from another country just to come here, take a look at the real Bora Bora in Tahiti and see how they lay out there over the water cottages. You guys have to get rid of this middle section that's like a squatter town here. Completely get rid of it. Bring in some engineers who know how to build cottages that are over the water. And I bet you guys are going to have that tourist town that you really, really want. But as it is right now, this middle section here, I'm going to give this place a thumbs down. But let's head back on over to the nice area where the white sandbar is and the small cottages there. So here we are coming back to the sandbar again. I'd say this is the nicest area. These small huts that are out on the water, those ones are the ones that we rented for about 1,500 pesos, or roughly $30. And these little houses that are floating here, these are actually really cool. You've got a room inside of them, a patio on them. If you look up in the left corner of this roof here, they've got solar panels, so probably for charging phones and things. And this is the cleanest area. So compare which area you like and choose a place if you want to come on out here. Like I said, the city kind of let that middle section just get out of control. But if you want to come here, I'd say this is the nicest area right here. Check it out sometime. Here comes my wife and her friends. They took the little boat from the port, and it's like probably 20 pesos each to get out here. Son, which one? Here she is, fresh off the boat. So I shot this drone footage a couple of weeks earlier. We were at the Parola restaurant, and this is right at the new Rora port. This is where you take the boat from Cordova, Cebu to Hitafi, Bohol. And then over here to the left, this is where all the cottages are, and you can see the older port. And this is what they're calling Mini Bantayan, Bora Bora. This is where they have about 60 floating cottages, and then to the left would be where I just did the walkthrough in the video. So with some planning from the city of Cordoba, they could actually make this a nice place. They need regulations, planning, and organization. Let's see what happens. Well, I hope this video will help you decide if you want to come visit Bora Bora in Cordova, Cebu in the Philippines. Click like and subscribe. See you next time.